What's going on, guys? It's Phoenix back for another video. Sorry about the odd explosion of light behind me. It's still wintry-ish out, at least temperature-wise, here in my area. But it is sunny out today, which is amazing. That said, my phone has the worst time trying to adjust with light when it comes to horrible background lighting from a bright sunny day when I'm inside and my walls in my apartment are white. Yeah. Also, I know that piece of art right there is crooked and stuff, and it's fallen down in its frame. I've adjusted it so many times. It's just the frame is too big for the print because the print is an odd size. Not a whole lot I can do about it. I know that's going to bug somebody, so that's why I commented on it. Anyway, enough of my little intro and ramblings. Which is kind of funny that I said it because this is take 3. Anyway, let's talk underappreciated figures, or like underrated figures, I guess. Brent, Buster Brenton, whatever the crap he goes by, posted on Twitter earlier this morning something about how just respectably good the Power Core Combiners range was. Yeah, some torso bots were hit or miss. Some were clear misses. I think most of the drones were kind of bleh. But there were some really solid, nicely done bits of engineering and just good torso bots in general. We'll get to Undertow here in a second in that range. So I completely agree with Brent on that one. I think back, literally my favorites from the range that I still have in some form somewhere, I think are my custom Undertow, Ice Pick, who was just a notch short of being really amazing. And that actually, I think, was a kind of a hallmark of Power Core Combiners torso bots. The main, Scout-ish class figures in general is that most of them were, a notch below being amazing, being that deluxe or that Scout class figure that's on that tier where you just keep it out or you keep it on your shelf to pull down and mess around with on a consistent and regular basis. There were several good bots from that range. It's just a lot of them had that one little thing that was just a little bit off. With Ice Pick, I definitely think they could have found some way to do a swivel with with him, with the arms, because he just didn't have anything below the shoulders, pretty much. He only had hinge elbows. So you had the barbell, bicep curl, gorilla arm situation going on. But I am rambling. There's been a lot of underappreciated figures just because, I guess people just in general are kind of into the aesthetic. But then, because of whatever reason, the sub-range or whatever just kind of gets swept under the rug. Brent also highlighted the Human Alliance guys from Revenge of the Fallen, I want to say. Probably horribly wrong on that. And again, I completely agree. I don't have Whirl or whatever that weird tan, very busty helicopter was called. But Revenge of the Fallen, Human Alliance, Dark of the Moon, Human Alliance, whatever it was, Sandstorm and Reverb, still really good basic figures. And I honestly think I still have Sandstorm on some random shelf or whatever back at my mom's house. But yeah, just because I haven't really put that stuff in storage yet. Anyway, but for me, kind of the hallmark of an underappreciated figure, just because I don't know if he ever got that much hype or that much talk, is the one that you saw earlier. Power Core Combiners Undertow. He's just exemplary of, Power Core Combiners being great. Just this dude is a small-ish speedboat transformer. I don't know, it's just something about it that's really freaking cool to me. The torso mode's really solid, even though I don't have any of the Power Core drones convenient or at all anymore to combine him with, which is annoying. I kind of wish the ports on these dudes were more universal. But, and while I have done some customization, if you will, to my Undertow, a lot of that kind of more emerald green and black that you're seeing on him is Gundam markers work, and that silver on his face mask is just regular paint that I had at some point. for other customs that I was doing when this range was around and was in its heyday. But, sorry, lost my train of thought. Don't know where I was going with that. um, but yeah, no, this is just every time I pick up and mess with Undertow, and this is really highlighted again by what Brentosaur said on Twitter. I'm like, wow, like this range was good. There were some really good, strong gems in this range. And I mean, come on. Like, why haven't we gotten anything else using this mold with some heavy retooling? That's just a complete oversight, in my opinion. Um, this is just really freaking cool looking. And the fact that this transforms into a good, fun, fiddleable robot, and then you get a good torso mode out of it if you still have any of the Power Core drones, that's pretty freaking cool. And honestly, as much as we bemoaned Power Core at the time, I think a lot of it was a precursor to the stuff that we have now, or the stuff that we have gotten leading up to now where we're at with Power of the Primes and all of that. But yeah, so this is just honestly the first example that came to mind because Brentosaur mentioned Power Core Combiners and I still have Undertow. I'm curious, before I get into a quick little story with Undertow here, what's a figures, it can be from any fandom, doesn't have to be Transformers, that's just underappreciated for you, or what's like a subline in this toy collecting, Transformers collecting hobby that you think was underrated? Comment if you want to do a video response and tag me in it if that's still a thing. Go for it. Yeah, I may shout out a couple people when this video gets auto-linked on Twitter, but we'll see. I'd just be curious to hear some people's thoughts. Maybe I'll tag some people who I haven't seen a video from in a while. Anyway, story time with Undertow here. I remember when this dude came out and really liking the look of him, minus the overwhelming sea of like that pale gray blue that you see on him, where I haven't painted over it and stuff, and a couple other things about him. So I figured, hey, if I see him at retail, I'll get him. This was, oh god, I forget even what year Power Core came out, but around that year. But it's so funny because I distinctly remember just not seeing him at all at any retail stores. So Walgreens, CVS, even though CVS doesn't really have a toy aisle, Walmart, Target, wherever. I just did not see him at all at retail. I'm actually looking up what year Power Core was a thing. But then, that summer, I think it was, Power Core Commanders, there we go. Okay, it was concurrently released in 2010. That's what I thought. Okay, so summer-ish 2010, I am visiting some family in rural Virginia. Rural, blah, blah, blah. Leaving that in, because I don't edit these. And I'm on a walk to the Walgreens, probably like 2 miles down the road from them. So, let's see, that would have been fall of 2010, summer, fall of 2010, so that would have been going into my senior year of college. Wow. Anyway, and I'm just like, you know what, I walked like a mile-ish, 2 miles, whatever sense of, down the road to the Walgreens. I stopped in, I think I was getting like a drink or something just to, I don't know, to give myself a sugar boost for the walk back to my grandparents' house. But I dipped into the toy aisle and I saw Undertow here, and yeah, immediately grabbed him. And it was really funny because where my grandparents live is, it's the area where my mom grew up. It's a very like small country town where everybody knows everybody, and there's a lot of like family like further down my family tree on my mom's side that still lives in that area. So, and a lot of the people that are there are either like settled down in their 30s and 40s and love that way of life, or they're very old. So I distinctly remember the cashier lady at that Walgreens, and this is going on almost 8 years now. She's like, "Oh, are you getting a toy for like your nephew or somebody, or for like your little brother?" I forget exactly what she said because obviously this was almost 8 years ago. But I just kind of smiled and nodded. It was just one of those like quirky little, I guess, interactions or whatever. But yeah, Just the fact that I saw Undertow here at a random Walgreens in middle of nowhere, Virginia, is just still like thoroughly just cool to me. And yeah, I don't know. I guess that's part of why I like Undertow so much, because I did find him at just a random Walgreens in the middle of nowhere. But I don't know. Like I said, I'm curious what you guys think is like an underappreciated range of figures with Transformers or with whatever you collect, or like a couple underappreciated figures. But yeah. Anyway, this video went on far too freaking long. I wanted to keep this one short, and it ended up being almost 11 minutes. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.